Salman Rushdie stabbing suspect charged with attempted murder as author remains hospitalized with serious wounds. Updated on August 13, 2022, 8:34 p.m. CBS AP. The man accused of carrying out a stabbing attack against Satanic Verses author Salman Rushdie has entered a not guilty plea in a New York court on charges of attempted murder and assault. An attorney for Hadi Muttar, 24, entered the plea on his behalf during an arraignment hearing. Muttar appeared in court wearing a black and white jumpsuit and a white face mask. His hands were cuffed in front of him. Muttar, of Fairview, New Jersey, was formally charged with attempted murder in the second degree and assault in the second degree, Chautauqua County District Attorney Jason Schmidt said in a statement Saturday. Muttar was arraigned Friday night and remanded without bail, he said. Muttar is accused of attacking Rushdie on Friday as the author was being introduced at a lecture at the Chautauqua Institute. The 75-year-old author was stabbed at least once in the neck and once in the abdomen, officials said. Rushdie's agent, Andrew Wiley, said Friday that Rushdie was on a ventilator. Rushdie remained hospitalized Saturday with serious injuries, but fellow author Atish Tasir tweeted in the evening that Rushdie was off the ventilator and talking and joking. Wiley confirmed that information without offering further details. Wiley had said Friday Rushdie would likely lose an eye, at the time adding that the nerves in his arm were severed, and his liver was stabbed and damaged. We are working closely with state police, our local police agencies and federal law enforcement partners to fully develop the evidence, Schmidt said Saturday. We have been in touch with our counterparts in the state of New Jersey where the attacker is from to share information and assist them in helping us to better understand the planning and preparation which preceded the attack so that we and the different agencies involved can determine what, if any, additional charges should be asserted. Muttar was born in the United States to Lebanese parents who emigrated from Yaroun, a border village in southern Lebanon, Mayor Ali Taft told the Associated Press. His birth was a decade after the publishing of The Satanic Verses, Rushdie's 1988 novel that drew death threats from Iran's leader decades ago. The motive for the attack was unclear, State Police Maj. Eugene Stanisevsky said. An official from Iran-backed Lebanese armed group Hezbollah told Reuters on Saturday the group doesn't know anything about the suspect and declined comment. Muttar, like other visitors, had obtained a pass to enter the Chautauqua institution's 750-acre grounds, Michael Hill, the institution's president, said. The suspect's attorney, public defender Nathaniel Barone, said he was still gathering information and declined to comment. Muttar's home was blocked off by authorities. WNY News now captured video of Muttar being transferred to the Chautauqua County Jail late Friday night from the New York State Police Barracks in Jamestown. The Satanic Verses was viewed as blasphemous by many Muslims, who saw character as an insult to the Prophet Muhammad, among other objections. The book was banned in Iran, where the late leader Grand Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini issued a 1989 fatwa, or edict, calling for Rushdie's death. Iran's theocratic government and its state-run media assigned no rationale for Friday's assault. In Tehran, some Iranians interviewed Saturday by the AP praised the attack on an author they believed tarnished the Islamic faith, while others worried it would further isolate their country. An AP reporter witnessed the attacker confront Rushdie on stage and stab or punch him 10 to 15 times. As the author was being introduced, Dr. Martin Haskell, a physician who was among those who rushed to help, described Rushdie's wounds as serious but recoverable. Event moderator Henry Rees, 73, a co-founder of an organization that offers residencies to writers facing persecution, was also attacked. Rees suffered a facial injury and was treated and released from a hospital, police said. He and Rushdie had planned to discuss the United States as a refuge for writers and other artists in exile. A state trooper and a county sheriff's deputy were assigned to Rushdie's lecture, and state police said the trooper made the arrest. But after the attack, some longtime visitors to the center questioned why there wasn't tighter security for the event, given the decades of threats against Rushdie and a bounty on his head offering more than $3 million to anyone who killed him. Rabbi Charles Savannah was among the roughly 2,500 people in the audience for Rushdie's appearance. The assailant ran onto the platform and started pounding on Mr. Rushdie. At first you're like, what's going on? And then it became abundantly clear in a few seconds that he was being beaten, Savannah said. He said the attack lasted about 20 seconds. Dramatic video of the aftermath of the attack was posted on social media. Another spectator, Kathleen James, said the attacker was dressed in black, with a black mask. We thought perhaps it was part of a stunt to show that there's still a lot of controversy around this author. But it became evident in a few seconds that it wasn't, she said. Amid gasps, spectators were ushered out of the outdoor amphitheater. The stabbing reverberated from the tranquil town of Chautauqua to the United Nations, which issued a statement expressing UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres' horror and stressing that free expression and opinion should not be met with violence. Iran's mission to the United Nations did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Friday's attack, which led an evening news bulletin on Iranian state television. In a statement Saturday, President Biden said he and the First Lady were shocked and saddened to learn of the attack, and said that, together with all Americans and people around the world, are praying for his health and recovery. Salman Rushdie, with his insight into humanity, with his unmatched sense for story, with his refusal to be intimidated or silenced, stands for essential, universal ideals. Truth, courage, resilience, the ability to share ideas without fear, Biden said in part. These are the building blocks of any free and open society. And today, we reaffirm our commitment to those deeply American values in solidarity with Rushdie and all those who stand for freedom of expression. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan described the attack as reprehensible. This act of violence is appalling, Sullivan said in a statement. We are thankful to good citizens and first responders for helping Mr. Rushdie so quickly after the attack and to law enforcement for its swift and effective work, which is ongoing. Our thoughts are with Salman and his loved ones following this horrific event, New York Governor Kathy Hochul tweeted after the attack. Rushdie has been a prominent spokesman for free expression and liberal causes, and the literary world recoiled at what Ian McCoon, a novelist and Rushdie's friend, described as an assault on freedom of thought and speech. Salman has been an inspirational defender of persecuted writers and journalists across the world, McCoon said in a statement. He is a fiery and generous spirit, a man of immense talent and courage, and he will not be deterred. PEN America CEO Suzanne Nossel said the organization didn't know of any comparable act of violence against a literary writer in the US. Rushdie was once president of the group, which advocates for writers and free expression. After the publication of The Satanic Verses, often violent protests erupted across the Muslim world against Rushdie, who was born in India to a Muslim family. At least 45 people were killed in riots over the book, including 12 people in Rushdie's hometown of Mumbai. In 1991, a Japanese translator of the book was stabbed to death and an Italian translator survived a knife attack. In 1993, the book's Norwegian publisher was shot 3 times and survived. Khomeini died the same year he issued the fatwa calling for Rushdie's death. Iran's current supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, never issued a fatwa of his own withdrawing the edict, though Iran in recent years hasn't focused on the writer. The death threats and bounty led Rushdie to go into hiding under a British government protection program, which included a round-the-clock armed guard. Rushdie emerged after 9 years of seclusion and cautiously resumed more public appearances, maintaining his outspoken criticism of religious extremism overall. In 2012, Rushdie published a memoir, Joseph Anton, about the fatwa. The title came from the pseudonym Rushdie used while in hiding. He said during a New York talk the same year the memoir came out that terrorism was really the art of fear. The only way you can defeat it is by deciding not to be afraid, he said. Anti-Rushdie sentiment has lingered long after Khomeini's decree. The Index on Censorship, an organization promoting free expression, said money was raised to boost the reward for his killing as recently as 2016. An AP journalist who went to the Tehran office of the 15 Khordad Foundation, which put up the millions for the bounty on Rushdie, found it closed Friday night on the Iranian weekend. No one answered calls to its listed telephone number. Rushdie rose to prominence with his Booker Prize-winning 1981 novel, Midnight's Children, but his name became known around the world after The Satanic Verses. Widely regarded as one of Britain's finest living writers, Rushdie was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2008 and earlier this year was made a member of the Order of the Companions of Honor, a royal accolade for people who have made a major contribution to the arts, science or public life. Organizers of the Edinburgh International Book Festival, which opens Saturday in Scotland and is one of the world's largest literary gatherings, are encouraging guest authors to read a sentence from Rushdie's work at the start of their events. We are inspired by his courage and are thinking of him at this difficult time, festival director Nick Barley said. This tragedy is a painful reminder of the fragility of things we hold dear and a call to action. We won't be intimidated by those who would use violence rather than words. The Chautauqua Institution, about 55 miles 89 kilometers southwest of Buffalo in a rural corner of New York, has served for more than a century, is a place for reflection and spiritual guidance. Visitors don't pass through metal detectors or undergo bag checks. Most people leave the doors to their century-old cottages unlocked at night. The center is known for its summertime lecture series, where Rushdie has spoken before. At an evening vigil, a few hundred residents and visitors gathered for prayer, music and a long moment of silence. "Hate can't win," one man shouted. Thank you to your attention and don't forget like and subscribe. Information source from https://www.cbsnews.com/news/Salman-Rushdie-stabbing-suspect-Hadi-Matar/